Hey guys, welcome back to London Lips YouTube channel where we always spill the tea. So today we're going to be talking about how many people just can't find love, and we're talking about this particularly today because it's Valentine's weekend. And not only is it a reality for a lot of people, it's a serious problem. And it's not just a female problem, men are also having this problem in 2026. So this lady, I'm going to show you in a minute, she's talking about how she's never had a relationship.
Never been loved, romantically at least. Of course I've been loved, but I've never been in any sort of romantic relationship. I've never been on a date. What's that? Don't know her. I've never had someone, I don't know, take me to prom. I've never had a boyfriend. I've never had a Valentine. I've never even received flowers unless it was from a family member. Like, I haven't had anything. Like, all these key, well, I don't know if I'd call it a milestone, but all these things that people typically experience, especially in their teen years, I haven't had it. Nothing. Ever. And I must have looked this up online here because I'm thinking, surely I can't be the only one. And I'm seeing countless videos. 21, never been loved. This age, haven't been married. Like, what is going on, guys? And I just wanted to make this video for the single people, and especially for us, because I feel like often our feelings can be invalidated. Like, if a single person tells someone, maybe they're in a relationship or something, that, oh, I'm single, I feel lonely, I wish I had somebody, immediately you'll be greeted with a response with, oh girl, don't worry, he'll come when you least expect him. I wish I was still single. So much happens when you're with someone. It's not that deep. Like, what are you talking about? And this will come from people who have been in like multiple relationships since they were, I don't know, 15. But when you say, oh, I want someone too, oh girls, you're really not missing out on anything. Well, of course you would say that, wouldn't you? Like, guys, and I just want to talk about, I guess, the impact that never being, loved would have had on me. Like, maladaptive daydreaming, I am the queen of doing that. I never even knew that there was a term for it or that multiple people did it. And I believe it's essentially when you, I guess, make up scenarios in your head. Guys, even when I was younger, I'm 21, but when I was like a little girl, preteen, I would pretend to have a boyfriend in my mind. Like, I would fully make a whole character. I would imagine, like, I have a very creative mind. It's very strong. Full on movies play in my mind, guys. Like, I would make him up. I'd make him the height that I desired and make him look a certain way. And I would imagine him taking me on dates. Like, I feel delusional. I feel a bit and I feel like I did that to compensate for the fact that, wow, I've never experienced this in real life. And I know, like, when I would have girlfriends that would come to me with their stories like, oh, this boy did this to me, or all these boys are trying to talk to me, they're all pursuing me, I don't like the attention, and I'm just there like, girl. Guys, I'm 21 yet, and whilst I understand that, yes, I'm still young, whatever, I feel like time is ticking. And I'm not being funny, yeah, because obviously I will live for many more years in Jesus' name. But if it was up to me, I would be married tomorrow. I didn't say have children straight away, but I would be like, take me now. Take me now to the altar. Like, I'm ready. Like, I don't even have a dress. We can go to the courthouse. Some people, that may seem too young, too soon. It's like, I don't get it. And sometimes I wonder, what am I doing wrong? Will I ever meet someone? And I've talked to other people about it, and it's almost as if, I guess, they don't believe me. Or like when I used to have, male friends or whatever, and they would assume that I'm talking to multiple boys where there's many people on me, and I'm like, no, I'm not talking to anyone. And they'll be like, oh no, you're lying. I know there's boys talking to you. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Where is he? Where is he? Behind me? Like, there's guys.
So she's single, she's looking for love, but she's not meeting anybody. And I think this is a serious problem in 2026. And I think there's a few things that have led to this problem. One, less guys approach women nowadays, probably because they don't want to be accused of like harassment. And let's be honest, even if a guy approaches a woman, if he happens to approach her and he's not her type, he is kind of being a nuisance. Like, yeah, he's feeding her ego a little bit, but the lady he's approached probably does not want to talk to him. And if you're a single guy and you're hoping to be approached by a woman, you're looking for a woman to pursue you, it's unlikely to happen unless you are extremely attractive, unless you know you are meeting that woman's spec. Guys who are publicly pursued by women, they tend to have a look that is, I guess, desirable within the media. Maybe they're tall, they've got a good body. Well, what is determined as a good body is obviously to do with your taste, but maybe they're muscular. Maybe they have got something that gives them the wow factor compared to that everyday man you see just walking down the street. A lot of people got in relationships in the past because someone had approached them down the street or had asked them out numerous times. Every time maybe they've seen them down the street and then they have been successful. But when you're ruling that out, you need to be looking at other ways. So let's look at the workplace. Okay, so you're at work. There's somebody you like at work. Everybody knows there's a lot of sexual relationships that occur within a workplace. There's a problem there straight away. If you decide not to continue with the workplace relationship, it gets a little bit awkward. Then you've got the fact that some workplaces don't even allow relationships to occur. So you've got to be kind of doing it on the sly. And then to top it off, a lot of people, the people they meet at work are actually already in relationships. So it leads to a lot of affairs, which still leaves a lot of people single. Now, you can meet someone at the club, but there's a problem with the club. Yeah, guys, okay, yes, I keep saying there's a problem, but there's a problem with the club. The problem with the club is a lot of people are just drunk and they're not there to find anybody long term. They're just going to go to the club. They might crack on with somebody that night. Maybe they'll take them home, crack it. And then, after that, they're not going to be interested in being in a long-term relationship. And a lot of people, when they hit the club nowadays, they're proper intoxicated. Like, it's stressful life, bills are high. I tell you guys all the time, cost of living is crazy. I said crisis. See, I'm getting twist. It's crazy. So a lot of people, they're drinking so much they won't even remember who they were talking to the day before. So now let's talk about the gym. You could meet someone in the gym, but a lot of people say they don't want to look creepy when they're at the gym. They don't want to look like they're disturbing people who are just there to, just get their body together. And you know how some of the equipment has you just busting it open? So like, if a guy's maybe looking at a woman that's on that equipment, he can be looking like he's kind of creepy, especially if he's not even in the woman's taste. She may not be feeling it. And all these things are leaving people single. And you've seen this woman, she's desperately wanting somebody. Now, I know everybody is thinking, come on, lady, let's talk about the obvious. You just hit the dating site. People on the dating site, they're advertising themselves as single, available, ready to mingle, wanting somebody desperately and badly. So why wouldn't people who are single just get straight on the dating site? Well, people are saying they're on these dating sites and they still ain't getting nobody. Like, yeah, they're getting some guys that may say, or some women that want to meet up with them. A lot of the time, it's not a match. I think the problem with dating sites is that a lot of people talk to people who are not their usual type. So when it comes to actually physically getting up and going on the date, they're not feeling the real incentive to actually go. Like, they're not lusting enough. They're not attracted to each other enough. So they're actually not looking to go on the date. Or they're located far from one another and you have to be able to make the time to actually do the meet up. And then there's a fear of just going to meet a complete psychopath offline, because anyone can seem normal when they're only typing. Anyone can seem normal with, a quick, phone call or quick FaceTime. When you meet somebody in life, like, you get vibes of them. And often, if somebody's strange, it's something you can just see in the eyes. There's just something you feel with the interaction. And with this online dating thing, you won't be able to get them cues. And a lot of people have tried it out and found that they're just not successful with this. A lot of it is also to do with people just filling in their time with online dates. Like, in the past, a lot of people were just like, oh, it's the weekend, I'm bored, I'm just going to go on an online date. And people don't want to go on dates with people if they're not seriously looking for a relationship, if that is what they are seeking. Money is also leaving a lot of people single. A lot of people are too busy trying to find their financial match instead of spending their time looking for their actual love match. and there's no guarantee that you two are going to necessarily like each other, which is why I think when people go on like online dates and they don't really know each other, they should just go somewhere like a coffee shop, a bar, somewhere simple where it's not going to break the bank, because there's no reason to stay alone just because you're not wealthy. Like, it doesn't make sense. Everybody needs love. Everybody needs company. It's not necessarily a financial thing. Yes, you can go out and you can spend all the money, but at the end of the day, you know, good company, you can't really, you know, just say, oh, I don't want your company because you haven't got the right cash flow. Like, no, that could be your match. Like, it's okay to, like, you know, fall in love, grow together, fall in love with a person's personality, fall in love with the company they give you. You know, it's okay to do that. So you're thinking now, well, if all these ways of meeting people are complicated, I don't want to be creepy, I don't want to be a harasser, I don't want to seem sleazy, I don't want to be on these dating sites, and I'm meeting people who in real life I won't find them attractive. What do? Well, I found a solution, guys, and when I found this solution, I was so happy. So there's these cards, and I'm going to put them on the screen, and they basically say, like, hello. One of them says, like, hello. I hope this card finds you at the right moment. I'm single, kind-hearted, would truly enjoy the chance to get to know you. And then you have to have a little bit where you just put your phone number, your email, your socials, and your name. So cute. And then there's this other one. It says, I hope this card finds you at the right moment. I'm single, kind-hearted, and would truly enjoy the chance to get to know you. And the phone number, email, and socials. And then it says warm regards. And then, like, you just put the name. It's so cute. And what's so good about this is a guy can give it to you without being, you know, sleazy, creepy. And if you're not interested, you just don't, you know, respond. And the same thing with a girl. You can hand it to a guy that you like the look of. If he responds to you, you're winning. And if he doesn't, it's not really a big deal. Like, nobody's seen you give it to him. It's just a cute little business card, and you get multiple of them. So if you're just, you know, going about your business and you happen to see somebody you like, or you happen to be in a place where, you know, there's a lot of desirable people who are just in your taste, you just slowly give it to them. And it's just so discreet, and it's so modern, and it's so forward thinking, because it's a way for you to be able to shoot your shot without necessarily having to have crazy confidence or worry about being embarrassed or anything like that. So I absolutely love it, guys. I'm going to tell you where you can get these cards, and I'm telling you, they are going to be all up in my bag. When I see something I like, I'm most definitely going to, you know, discreetly give them the card. You know, I'm not going to be one of those people who's boldly out here saying, oh, guy, no, it's going to be discreet. I'm going to discreetly give them the card, and I'll just hope to hear from them. And I want you guys to feel confident to do the same. There's no reason for people to spend a lifetime alone in 2026. We know, you know, these apps are not working at all. We know the ladies and the men don't want people creeping over them at their gym workout. So even if you are at the gym, this isn't even creepy. You know, on your way out, you can just hand them the card, and they read it when they get the chance. And if they're interested, you know, they let you know. And if not, there's no embarrassment when you come back. You just get on with it. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about people just being stuck, being single in 2026. It's not necessary, right, guys? Like, cost of living is high. It'd be great for people to just have company. And let's be honest, company does not really need to cost a thing. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you guys on another one. Thanks so much for watching, and happy Valentine's, guys. Happy Valentine's weekend. May love find all of you guys in 2026. You absolutely deserve it.